hundreds of entrepreneurs battle to be on Money Hunt.
I'm Ed Perry with Human Code. Our business plan calls for $20 million to be used
Our plan calls for $15 million, which will allow us to grow.
Our business plan calls for $8 million to be used for marketing.
Our business plan calls for $30 million in a mezzanine financing round.
Only 2 will make our show, and only 1 will win time with our Money Hunt Mentor. Stay tuned. Money Hunt is brought to you by Excite. Money Hunt is also made possible by Register.com, a first step for businesses and individuals starting their presence on the internet. And Jordan Industries, acquirers and builders of entrepreneurial ventures in a variety of industries.
Welcome to Money Hunt, the one place entrepreneurs have a shot to prove they've got a great idea, a good plan, and the passion to pull it all together. It's not so easy growing a business. We're going to find out who's got what it takes. I'm Miles Spencer. Let's play Money Hunt.
Hi, I'm Cliff Ennico. We scour the country looking for America's hottest new companies and bring some of the best on this show to face their mentors. They try to convince us they've got what it takes. We try to convince them to take what they got and run. At the end of the day, one of our guests gets some free help and guidance from our Money Hunt Mentor.
And that would be Glenn Myer of Rare Medium. Rare is a leading web developer and internet ventures firm, has investments of over $100 million in 25 different companies. Glenn, welcome to Money Hunt.
Thanks, appreciate it, nice being here.
You know, we're going to see a couple of updates from companies in the dot-com space today. What do you look for from entrepreneurs in that space?
You know, I guess the biggest thing is passion. Okay, come in and pound the table and are the kind of guy that we feel that could take it over the goal line. We also look for industry size. Is this the, you know, and it isn't the billion-dollar idea anymore in the internet space today. Is it the $10 billion idea?
Okay, let's tackle these guys. Our first guest was on Money Hunt last season. He's Mike O'Donnell of iCopyright. He's backstage right now with Money Hunt's Monica Wright. Monica?
Thanks, Cliff. Welcome back to Money Hunt, Mike. There's been any changes to your business plan since we saw you last?
No major changes. We're right on schedule.
What are you going to emphasize about your company today?
All the publishers are signing up. Now we just got to roll this thing out.
Sounds great. Can't wait to hear all about it. The door is opening. Enjoy your time on Money Hunt.
Thanks, Monica.
iCopyright, based in Seattle, Washington, helps people obtain permission from publishers to reprint articles, photos, transcripts, music clips, and all other kinds of printed and audio matter. Mike, welcome back to Money Hunt.
Great to be here.
Before we talk about where you are now, give us a little bit of a refresher on exactly what iCopyright does.
We're a global clearinghouse for instant licensing of any copyrighted material. We get people the rights to reprint or reuse the material they find, particularly on the internet, in about 30 seconds.
Now, clearinghouse means you actually got the articles on your site, or?
No, we never take possession of the articles. What we do is we work with the publishers and their websites and their content to clear it by displaying the business rules and what you can and cannot do with it, but we don't actually take possession of it.
Mike, we were kicking around in the Money Hunt archives and we dug up a clip from the last time you were on. Let's cue it up on the screen and see what you had to say then. So how about telling me about some sort of viral distribution for that iCopyright system that's going to allow that to be everywhere?
These publishers, they own the media, and we're integrated into the media. They do the promotion for us because they call attention to the fact that that copyright symbol is hot. It's active. Click on here.
Mike, what's to prevent Kinko's from coming up with their own copyright symbol and sticking that on some people's web pages?
They're a strategic partner of ours. They're not in the business of copyright permissions. They're in the business of producing
how about
print.
Bound & Company then?
There you go.
Bound & Company,
Yeah.
they're in the business of print. They're not in the business of doing clearances on a worldwide basis.
When you look at text, audio, and video in the future, what do you see the breakdown in terms of future revenues?
The biggest eventually is going to be video on demand via the internet.
Yeah,
but that's a couple of years down the road.
Miles, Cliff, this is a no-brainer. iCopyright Inc. has got a huge market potential. You have the opportunity to be the first mover in this space, and this is a billion-dollar company.
The B word comes up.
Right, the B word.
There you go.
Management team looks good. They got a great board.
Key to getting to that B word, or the 10B word, is how many clients have you signed up since then?
37 major business-to-business publications.
How's that track versus your plan?
We're ahead of schedule.
Great.
And how many users have you signed up now? Because this is a double thing, right? You don't just sign up to put your stuff online, but you also sign up to use this site.
About 500 users a day.
And is it private, public, university? How does it break up?
Primarily corporate.
Primarily corporate.
Are you only targeting print, or are you moving into audio, video, and other types of media?
Right now, print, Glenn, because that is what most people want in terms of reprints and reuse. And the other kinds of spaces, the music and the video, very noisy, very complicated. So we're just focusing right now on the print side.
Hey, Mike, let's use Ziff Davis as a case study of your the current status in the market. On their site, according to my notes, iCopyright handles permissions for logos and articles, but reproductions of full-text product reviews are handled internally. Is that the model you plan to use with other publishers?
No, we are automating Ziff too, to do the automating of the full text. We got started with them early until the system went live, and now we're turning them on full.
Gotcha.
Mike, aren't most major publishers going to use encryption technology to encourage folks to go directly to their websites to get permissions?
No, as a matter of fact, most publishers won't use encryption because it's too complicated and too expensive to deliver most of the content. It doesn't pay for itself to encrypt it and lock it and have the consumers unlock it. For premium content, $3,000 white papers and very expensive clip art, like from Corbis, they'll encrypt that. But the vast majority of publishers won't encrypt their content.
Mike, this morning, a big article in the Wall Street Journal, the MP3.com just got sued by 6 major record companies. Concern I have is just focusing on the print space and not in more of the audio and video space with the size of those markets. Do you think that the print-only industry represents a big enough market opportunity for the company?
The print space is about a $3 billion market space. The music space is about a $10 billion market space. So the music is bigger, but it's the F word. We believe in the F word, focus. And
how about a C word? Copyright Clearance Center in Danvers, Massachusetts, leading not-for-profit agencies, getting real big in this space. How are you going to compete with a not-for-profit? Don't they have a tie-in to the government and academic sources that you really need to get?
They are very good in academic and scientific, but they do not do a very good job in general business or high tech. And you can't invent a better competitor than a not-profit.
What about reciprocal and intertrust? Sort of the market leaders on the streaming space, if you will.
We see them as partners eventually, because we can layer on their encryption technology after it's cleared through our clearinghouse and as part of the fulfillment.
Mike, this is management, actually money question. You mentioned in your update to us you had $27 million of commitments for a $10 million raise, which you completed since you've been on our show last time. What were the deciding factors in choosing your partners in round B?
Well, there's an old saying among entrepreneurs, and that is some money is greener than others. And so we looked at the players that were offering the money and how much value add they could bring in terms of partnerships, board seats, their willingness to see us through this whole thing until we can IPO.
Now, I got to believe that you had an uptick in valuation, but without getting into those details, what did you sell this new group in terms of accomplishments and benchmarks that allowed you to extend your valuation higher?
It was really quite simple. They saw all the publishers wanted it. All the publishers had signed up and said, yeah, as soon as you can take this problem off my hands, come do it. And then the other side, we had signed up all the corporations. Over 40 major corporations all said, yeah, as soon as you get this thing up, we'll buy.
Now your business plan calls for $30 million going forward. What are you going to use that for?
We're gonna use it for acquisitions, and we're going to use it for worldwide deployment of the system. We have to be global from day one.
Mike, you see with the vast amount of capital out there, it's a two-edged sword. Lots of capital to raise. You mentioned you oversubscribed, but also lots of over-promising about the kind of value add that strategic investors, board members, VCs can add. Have you been happy with the close rate on the opportunity of the folks you partner with in your last round?
Extremely happy, and those that have become board members have been exceptional. And I have done several deals before, and I know the difference between an active investor and a value-added board member and one that's not.
It's all the difference in the world.
All the difference.
But you get a lot of over-promising. Everyone wants to feel they're a value-add investor. I think it's really important for entrepreneurs to know that money is different shades of green.
I mean, we really spent a lot of time on that
You
question.
say in your update that you're going to be bringing on a new CEO. How are you going to make the adjustment to be number 2 after you've been running this thing yourself now for a couple of years?
I planned it from day one. I mean, as an entrepreneur, I know that companies go through predictable stages, and it needs different talents and skills at different times. And I plan for my successor.
And paint me a picture. What's that guy going to look like?
Actually,
Person gonna look like?
It may be a woman, because our top candidate right now is a woman, and she has run a $1 billion company and managed a company of thousands of employees.
Thanks so much for coming in. With your permission, we're going to take a break. Be back with our second guest right after this.
Hi, I'm Robin Schatz from Business Week Frontier with a tip for entrepreneurs. Succession planning may be the last thing on your mind if you're starting a new business, but a sound plan will give your investors greater confidence and protect your family and your business if something happens to you. Consider estate and tax issues as well as training programs to groom employees to move into key slots. For help on succession planning, check out family business websites or the SBA's Emerging Business Series at www.sba.gov.
Time to answer a question from one of our viewers. Today it's Pradesh Gupta, who watches us on KQED San Francisco. I've been helping a couple of friends of mine get a business off the ground. Basically, I've been paying their credit card bills. I want a piece of the company once it becomes successful, but I can't take equity in the company right now. Do you have any thoughts for me? Sure do. What you should do, Pradesh, is have the company sign a convertible grid note. This is a promissory note, like an IOU, where they promise to pay your advances back over time with interest, just like a line of credit. As you pay off each credit card bill every month, you mark the amount on a grid which is attached to the note, hence the name. And because the note is convertible, you can convert the outstanding balance into equity when you're ready to do so. If you have a question for us, you can ask it on the internet. Go to excite.com, go to the search box, and type in Money Hunt. We'll be right there for you. Our next guest is also a former guest from last season. His name is Ari Jacoby of newsletters.com, and he's backstage right now with Money Hunt's Monica Wright.
Thanks, Cliff. Welcome back to Money Hunt, Ari.
Thanks for having me.
Did you make any changes in your business plan since we saw you last?
Yes, we have. We are now aggressively pursuing the exceptional opportunity in the business-to-business marketplace for expert information products.
How many times have you pitched your plan since we saw you last?
Enough to have just successfully raised a substantial amount of capital.
That's wonderful. We're looking forward to hearing all about it. The door is opening, Ari.
Thank you.
Good luck with your pitch on Money Hunt.
Newsletters.com, based in College Park, Maryland, helps newsletter publishers